Greetings and welcome back to Reassembly, where the Flying Staplers has just lost all of her drones. Oh, that's not good. Where are you? Launch of the drones. There we go. Well, you actually killed that far too quickly. We need something else so that we can launch more drones. I like having a full wing of drones with us. Damn it. Flying Staplers is actually quickly becoming a very, very potent ship. A very potent ship indeed. And the Titan bot over there. Wow, okay, you got a lot of power. That's quite awesome. Okay, well, I want to show you something I've been working on. I have rearranged all of our fleets. We've got our capital ships down here. Well, not quite escort frigate destroyers, but sub-capital ships. Yeah, I'm going to call them sub-capitals because they're only just. And then we have some sort of miscellaneous stuff here. What I'm thinking of is refitting, well, the blank door's kind of alone in this category, but having factories and stations along here. I guess, actually, where are you, Tess? Tess should go up there, in fact. There we go. So we've got our factory stations. And you know what, Blank Door, you can go down with the actual combat ships down here. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Right, okay, we're getting somewhere now. And down here, of course, we have our fighters. We need to flesh these out just a little bit. So that's going to be what we're going to be working on in this episode. We're going to be working on fighters specifically. Now, quite a few people have suggested I have a proton sword fighter. I'm not sure that's going to work. I'll be honest with you. I think that may not work nearly as well as some people expect it to. Still, we could try it, but these ships need to be fairly light, fairly small. Well, let's try a proton beam fighter, shall we? I think this may work well. Let's go with... We'll have something about this big on each side, and there we will attach thrusters, and at the back we'll definitely need a small power generator for this. Unfortunately, this thing is going to drink power, I fear. And then we'll have this shrunk down there and there. Okay, so this is a comically powerful fighter. Let's do that. There you go. Now we want a decent amount of thrust. So we're going to put 2 large thrusters. Well, actually, no, we're going to go 3 large thrusters there. Then we're going to have one there, one there. We'll have a smaller one here and here. And a couple more for maneuvering around the outside. Now, we could, in fact... do we actually want that there? Thinking about it, I'm not sure we do. What I think we want instead is a bit more of a shape like this, so that we can have maneuvering thrusters along the sides. Like so. This is a comically shaped fighter. But let's have a quick look at how it can do. Let's put you into a test. You're against Robo 51. I have no idea what it's armed with, because that is just a big block of colour. Okay, there we are. You are super fast! Oh my lord. Super fast. Dodge that shot. You're actually doing a little bit of damage. They haven't even managed to hit you yet. Can you rotate enough? You can, sort of. Fire! Are you doing enough damage? I'm not sure. But... Oh, you just took a shot there. How much damage did you get inflicted with? I'm not sure, but I fear you're not actually... Ooh, that was a big loss for you. You might be in trouble now. Thankfully, it shouldn't cost too much for you to get it repaired, but I'm wondering if that particular weapon is really that sensible on you. It's got a good range, but you're so fast. No, we're going to address this. We're going to slightly change this. As much as I was making fun of the proton sword, maybe this fighter would actually benefit from it. So that's 90, that's 70, this is 90 as well. Question is, how am I going to fit this in? Let's move this around. In fact, let's move this entire section across, like so. There we are. And, oh, no. There we go. Let's attach that there. That doesn't actually want to attach, does it? No. We'll redesign that little section there. But the main thing that I am impressed with is that actually, yes, you are very, very fast. You're more than fast enough. Let's try and capitalize on this. So we'll give you a big weapon there. We'll build this out on each side. Then maybe have this connected here, perhaps, and here. See, I'm not sure that this is going to fit well, but we could then have that going on. We could possibly even finish it off with a little bit of an actual sword shape at the front of this fighter. Oh, I'm liking this. That should give you plenty of maneuverability at the front. Plus, this weapon is a turret. So, and we're actually coming in under... Really, are we? Oh, mind you, I haven't put on all of the other odds and sods yet. We're probably going to be around the same sort of price that we were before. I was a little bit surprised by that, though. Let's put these on down here. We'll actually put on 2. There we go. And, yeah, sure, we'll put on 2 at the front as well. Okay, it's 205. Maybe not. Let's keep sub 200. Now then, let's see how you do. Wow, brawler, ship rail, yeah, we're against pretty much everything that looks the same as us. Interesting. Okay, let's get down there. Try and avoid taking too much damage. Can you get in close enough? No, you cannot even remotely get close enough. There's lots of missiles coming your way, but are you fast enough? That is the question. You're dodging, but you're never getting close enough. We need you to get in close. We need you to be brave. Otherwise, this ship is just going to win against you. Now, this is the problem with the proton sword, I fear. It doesn't feel confident enough to try and get in close to use it. So, as a result, it's just going to get broken apart. Okay. So that's a no-go then. That is a shame. We could go with burst lasers. Though at this point... I mean, that's got a fair old range. We could definitely go with burst lasers. Let's shape this around. There we go. We'll make a little cradle for the burst laser there. Boom. So one weapon on this. I'm not entirely sure about this design though. But you know what? Let's strip these ones back. I'll just have 2 of these because it looks a little bit better. There we go. So a lot of forward thrust. Let's see how you do. You're against the Protohara drone. That one has a proton beam, so you need to be able to move out of the way. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, why are you getting ruined? Why are you just standing there for him to proto beam you? Oh, never mind, you actually win. Very well, I take it back. I take it all back. Well done, you. Well done indeed. Okay, let's see if you can do that again. Wow. Okay. That is the crazy accuracy and high power of that initial shot wins it for you. But you're up against someone now who's got one of those weapons and a secondary gun as well. Never mind. Never mind. You completely dominate. Oh, it's charged up. Who's going to get the first shot? Oh, both of you unleashed the first shot, but you came out on top of that one. Alright. And you won again. It looks like because of your heavier armor, you're surviving a little bit longer. I approve. You're up against the engineer now, though. The engineer looks to have drone launching capabilities. This could be a bit of a problem. You've opened a way to the cockpit, but you're not capitalizing on it, unfortunately. Ooh, watch out. Okay. That's right. Just constantly kick at his armor there. Pluck it away from the front of his ship, and then go for a hit inside. You're actually avoiding damage really well. Who are you going to shoot at? Okay, not too bad. You can easily wipe out his drones, and you win. Well done. I wasn't actually sure that you were going to do that, because he's a heavier armored opponent. Those 2 little triangles of armor at the front do seem to weather quite a beating. But you've taken both of them away now. If you can get in there, a couple of shots on that cockpit, and you will win. Oh, no, you're having to dodge, but you're very good at it. Oh, I'm liking this little fighter. It seems that all of the designs that I was working on previously have taught me a little bit more about making an agile fighter, which is something that I was failing at before. But this is actually quite good. I approve enormously. Come on. There we go. You'll win on points, if nothing else, but ideally I would like you to put them out of their misery. It's what they deserve. They deserve a warrior's death. There we go. Well done. Well done indeed. Okay, well, I think we've seen enough of that. We know that it's actually pretty good. We are going to name this HMSF, Her Majesty's Space Fighter. Was that what we named them, or HMF, Her Majesty's Fighter? I can't remember. I'll have to double check that. This one shall be the Attila, named for Attila. HMSF Attila. You are now a proud member of our fleet. Yes, it was all of the HMSFs. You are the heaviest of the fighters that we have so far, Attila. Right, the next one then. Actually, let's quickly go back and have a check of what we've got. Fairly low armor for the most part. Some flak guns. Okay, well, we'll have a look at something else. I wouldn't mind an autocannon fighter. And straight off the bat, we're going to start with something a little bit more beefy. How much power does this produce? 300 a second. You can easily run all of that with just 300 a second. There's no need for me to worry. Okay, we are going to build up a bit of armor at the front, I think. Let's expand this out. Connect it there, and then have another beak design. That seemed to work very, very well for us. Though I'm not sure about that at all. Actually, no, that... Okay, well, we may as well get rid of these then. In exchange for a little bit of extra armor at the front. Then we could have a double wing section at the side. Oh, I'm actually quite liking that. We could have the... I was hoping we could have the thrusters a little bit better positioned there, but maybe not. Okay, we'll have one main thruster. And then plenty of maneuvering thrusters along the sides. These wings will do a lot to... Well, actually, those ones are kind of pointing straight in. So they're not going to do as much as I would hope for allowing it to turn. But this will give it some reverse capabilities. Should we have... No, they would still be pointing backwards. Let's pop that there. This is a much cheaper ship. Let's see how you do, shall we? You're running off only... your regular command module. So, let's see if those guns can handle it. You're going to be up against the miner. Now, that is one of the ships that we didn't test against the Attila. Ooh, quite a spray of bullets there. I approve. Let's get in there. More bullets. Take out those mines if you can. Watch out, because they will mess you up if you get too close. Ooh, well done on neutralizing that threat there. Quite a lot of firepower, but you're not really hitting the enemy enough. They're dodging quite well. They're dodging very well, but so are you. Oh, you've done a bit of damage with thrusters. It's all over the place. Ooh, that mine was potentially quite dangerous. Come on, there we go. That's right. Let's get in there. Finish them off. You're overshooting a lot, but honestly, that's fine. It keeps you on the move, which is good. There we go. There we are. Get back in there. Finish them. No. Nope, still flying all over the place. I'm not sure on the amount of thrusters you've got at the back. Maybe I should reduce that. But at the same time, I do actually quite like this super, super fast dart-like shape. It looks awesome in my opinion. Ooh, that was potentially a terrible, terrible thing. That mine too close. Oh, my lord. My heart was in my mouth. Why have you stopped moving? That mine was trying to get to you. I'm fairly certain it's homing in. There we go. Seems that they take a little while and then they engage. Well, you will win on points, but I want to see you win by killing them, really. Because points don't matter at all in the actual game. Points are just a testing construct. Doesn't matter if you can win on points, if in the actual game they can just survive. You know, because there's no point timer on them. Or, sorry, turn timer, and then they'll blow up because you had more points in the real game. If they can weather the storm, then you're just going to be at a stalemate forever, and that's not going to be what I want. Okay, we'll see you against the Talon, which is one of the ships that we've just gotten rid of. Let's see how you do. This one has got plasma guns, whereas you've got the autocannons. You will fire a lot more. Oh, actually, the Talon also has missiles. But I doubt missiles are going to work against you. You're far too fast. A lucky shot maybe, but generally speaking, you're going to be able to avoid the missiles or just shoot them down, honestly, incoming. But it might take out some of your thrusters. There we are. You just got hit by a missile, but I think you've done enough damage at this point that the Talon is going out. If you can just keep close enough to continue spraying your bullets in its general direction, you will eventually win, I feel. It does have 84 points, but yeah, you've won this. Well done. Oh, I really like the design as well. Look at it just race across the sky. This is what a fighter should be. This is exactly what my other fighters are not. I mean, they serve a purpose, but by that token, they are actually really cheap, so they can be spammed crazy fast. But this is a really good combat fighter, at least against other small ships. Of course, against ships that use primarily missiles, this one would probably do okay still, because it's just a little bit too fast for missiles to easily track. Though, against something like the Nebuchadnezzar, which would be unleashing enormous volleys of missiles, I'm not sure how well it would dodge. But for now, yes, I'm actually pretty happy with this one. That's right, finish him off. Don't make him suffer. Don't play with your food. Good, good, good. Right, okay. This is a go then. So we will have the SF. This one shall be Last Angel, named after Last Angel GP. There we go, Last Angel. You now have a pretty potent little fighter there. Okay, let's continue with the fighters, I think. We could put some... the thing is, I could put a missile launcher on it, but we've just seen that just really doesn't work. I don't think we should play around with them. The Blast Pulsar, possibly. Just because it will saturate the everything with bullets, but it's actually not that expensive either. But it's such a huge thing to attach. How much? 2 per shot, but it has a rate of 75 per second. I mean, we can easily generate that much power, so it's not going to be an issue in that regard, but wow. This is a lot. We could possibly add on... We could easily have 2. We could easily have 2 of them. So this is kind of... For anyone who's played Eve, I'm effectively making a miniature disco baton right now. I mean, it would have to really be a capital ship just full of these, really, to warrant the name Disco Baton. But look at the amount of firepower we're going to have. Mass of 72. What's the other masses? Mass of 45. You know, we're making a heavy ship. That is something that I don't want to do, but I've done, which is a bit of a shame. But let's see how this little thing does. We are making a fighter out of far too much components, really. Let's put this over here. You're gonna be you're like the fat chocobo that I've complained about people having in Final Fantasy so much. It is terrible to allow your chocobo to get that fat, and yet here we are making a fat chocobo. I am a monster. Can we fit that in there? No. Can we shrink it till it fits? No. If we wanted to do that, I'd actually have to change things around quite a lot. Could I fit that in there? I could, actually. So I could give you a little front gun as well. Okay, this is starting to feel less and less of a fighter and more of something else. But now the thing is, with this many, I actually need... No, this is silly. I've just realized what I'm doing. I'm making you far too expensive to run. There's no way we could afford to run it at that enormous speed. But could we fit that in there? No, not quite. That's a shame. How about here then? We could definitely have the beak section there. I'm experimenting a lot with this design. We'll get rid of this. With 2 of them, we will be able to power both of them. But it's gonna be close. It's not really what I should be doing, but we'll do it anyway. So this is a ship that I'm not sure what on earth I'm doing with its design, but still, we'll see how it runs. Let's give it some extra spikes. There we are. Actually, I would like these rotated. I prefer the spikes to kind of come out a little bit more, kind of facing forward a little bit more. There we are. So, This design is primarily comical in nature. It is going to spray bullets everywhere. Actually, let's have these down here for turning purposes. Have 2 on each side, again for turning purposes. We'll have 2 on this side. I mean, it's actually coming in quite cheap to build, which is good. This is exactly what we want. And it's got a lot of maneuverability from its thrusters, I would imagine. Let's actually see how this does. It's going to be stupid fast. But let's see, because there's a fair chunk of mass on it. You're up against the miner. Let's see how you do. Okay, there you go. Begin the discos. That's right, discos, all the discos. Discos all the time. That's right. More discos are required. Dodge the mines, please. You've lost like half of your thrusters. Your discos are far less effective than I was hoping, I'll be honest with you. And you've just got hit by another mine. But you look pretty while you're doing this. At the very least. You look fantastic. And you're already regenerating those bullets. But, ouch. Those mines. I mean, thankfully, you don't encounter mines too much, but I'm not sure that I'm really not sure that your disco pulses are really that effective against this enemy at the very least. I mean, you're not actually delivering enough damage all at once, but against like drones or something like that, you would be amazing, because you'd just be taking out all of the drones around you all the time. That's right, more discos. That's right. You're not actually hitting the enemy ship. You're hitting the mines here and there, but not actually hitting the enemy ship much at all. If at all, really. Oh, my lord. The mine literally came out and smacked you in the face. That wasn't so good. But let's see you against some other ships. But I'm not sure about this design, honestly. It was an interesting idea, but I think that is about the only good feature about it, is that it's an interesting idea. In one-on-one battles, the blast pulsar, not good, but I can only imagine you would actually be quite useful in fighting the plant faction, to be fair. You know what? No, I'm going to keep this one. You're not going to work out so well in one-on-ones, but I feel that you would work well as a complement to a fleet. So yes, you've earned a place. I can't really test you out as much as I wanted to in the right kind of situations, but I feel that you do well enough. So HMSF, this one shall be the Metal Ham with 2 M's, named for Dan the Burr, Metal Hammered. There you go, Metal Ham. You are now a proud member of our fleet. Right, we want another one. This one possibly aim for a cheaper one, I think. Let's go for something like this. Lots of firepower, I think, is what we need. Lots and lots of firepower. And less armor on the outsides, I think, as well. Let's go with this. There. Here. It's going to be too large. But I could get these to block off the front. And then attach these 2 at the front there. I'm sorry, I just like beaks. What can I say? They look awesome. I actually like that design as well. Let's try and mirror that over here. That actually, in my opinion, looks very nice. Get that there. Mirror this. That one there. Now, how much do these pull? That's 10, so that's 60, 120, 20 rounds a second at 40. Okay, that's actually still under what our cockpit, our command module is going to produce. So, and these don't have an energy rating. I'm not sure if these actually draw power to function. If they don't, then that's amazing. But I kind of feel that they probably do. I just don't know how much. Let's get plenty of maneuverability on this. We want you to be able to duck and weave. There we go. 150. You've got an awful lot of firepower there, at least forward facing. I'm almost tempted to give you another spike though. how would this look? And which side would look better? I think the other side looks better, so we'll do it this way. Now, I could have these... No. No. We won't be doing that. We will be doing this, however. There we go. Just more and more all over. Now, I've made you much more expensive as a result, but... I have made you much more expensive as a result. That's really the only thing to say about that. So let's get rid of these forward-facing ones so that the armor can absorb some more damage and see how this goes. Actually, we'll bring these down. Okay, let's see how this one does in a test. You're against the Probe 7. Has a couple of decent guns on it, actually. Let's get in there. Okay, you are massively overshooting. Against a larger opponent, you would do better, I imagine. Since you would be able to just hit something, you know, it's like shooting at a large target, basically. You've got very accurate, well, very narrow field of fire weapons on the front. Now, if your target, like you were fighting something like a capital ship, like the Nebuchadnezzar, you'd be fine. Because as long as you were generally moving in the same direction, you would have something to shoot at. But this little fighter, only one gun is really able to engage it. This is not an anti-fighter fighter. This is an anti-capital ship fighter. I wouldn't call it a bomber because it's not actually using heavy-powered weapons for taking out capital ships. You'd be able to do a little bit of damage. If you came at the Nebuchadnezzar, for example, you might be able to contribute to taking down its shields. You are not going to win on points, though, which is bad. And you've lost all your weapons now. Okay, it's game over for you. But you're fighting against the wrong kind of ship, really, for your particular design. So I think this is going to be another one where I'm going to accept it because I don't feel that the test is fair against it. So yeah, we're going to go with this one. We're going to keep you around. You shall become the HMSF Lucky Leol. Named for Lucky Minecraftian. So there we are, Lucky Leol. You have entered the fleet. And you know what? I think we've got quite a lot more that we need to be adding onto this. An awful lot more. Let me just make sure that I haven't lost something. We've got the anvil. Where's the anvil down here? There we are. We've got the Gungnir. We've got the Titan bot over here. And we've got the Nebuchadnezzar. Where is the Nebuchadnezzar? Right there. Yes, I think we're going to hold off on adding the last fighter to our fleet for the next episode, and then we will probably continue adding, or rather, changing these up. I want some actual stations. I would very much like some actual stations. I think I'm going to upgrade the Gilgamesh as well. We can now build much larger ships, and I think the Gilgamesh would benefit from that. So I'm going to move that there. The Gilgamesh will probably be the heaviest on that row. But we've got one more fighter, a good many factory ships and or stations, and we've got all of our kind of support destroyers / frigates already done. So we've got a little while to go before we've fleshed out the fleet entirely, but I think we'll get there. Probably in the next couple of episodes at the very least. But that is going to be it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, whilst the Flying Staplers is hoovering up some food, do take care.